Yo. Welcome into the ChrisBeCappinn Show, man. Top of the morning. We are back live and in the flesh. Took a while off. I didn't anticipate taking that much time off last week on, Thursday? Wednesday, I told you guys I was going to do a morning show on Thursday. I was just going to upload it, but I didn't get a chance to do that. And then got to Philly and got super busy. It was a lot more than I anticipated, but it was fun. It was fun. All is well. I'm safe. Appreciate everybody for hitting me up, kind of checking in. So we're not going to waste too much time on that, but I did want to, I guess, kind of apologize too for not sending out any messages. I was just so busy kind of living in the moment, man, being wrapped up and consumed by what I was actually doing. And it was fun. It was really, really fun. So back, don't have anything else planned for quite a while. So we'll get through the next few weeks together. And hopefully we can win some money. As far as a recap, I haven't bet anything. Like I wasn't even really following the NBA too much, like live and like handicapping wise. I was always like looking at the games, but haven't even really been just locked in and dialed in like I would want to be in order to, like make plays and send out stuff. So I haven't played anything. The last time I did a show was last Wednesday, and we took Toronto on the money line and they won. And then we took Max Christie over his 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And that was a winner as well. So it was a 2-0 night the last time that we played. Feels like things have been kind of, looking pretty good. Hopefully you guys have been able to make some money in the meantime. I'm going to go through a couple comments real quick and we'll jump into the 3 games on the board for today. Jay Hank says, the CIA kidnapped you. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. What's up, Mr. M. Wood? Says glad to be back. Yeah, appreciate that for sure. Nah, I didn't get booked, man. Did not get booked. What's up, Anthony? Appreciate you for tapping in. DJ says, yo. We missed you, my brother. Glad to have you back. Don't even apologize for taking a break for yourself. You give us the show for free. Yeah, not for sure, DJ. I appreciate that. Appreciate that for sure. What's up, Peter? Appreciate you for tapping in. These are the comments right here, though. Shout out to DJ. Excellent handicapper in his own right, but just showing love and extending gratitude. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Trying to share, the knowledge, make some money, beat the sports books up. So let's jump into it for today, man. Let's get into it. Appreciate you, DJ. All right. So first up, we'll start with JaXon, AI sports betting tool. Link is in the description if you guys want to check it out. There is a 50% off promo if you use the link in the description. So I asked JaXon for today, similar prop that we always do, 2 best NBA player props on the board based on this season stats and trends in the NBA. JaXon likes Austin Reeves, AR-15 over his 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists tonight. Of course, they play against the Clippers. It says that Reeves has been a consistent high volume contributor for the Los Angeles Lakers this season, and the data strongly supports him clearing this line. His season average for points, rebounds, and assists sits at a robust 40.38 points, rebounds, and assists, which is nearly 9 points above tonight's line of 31.5. So then you have season performance. Reeves has hit the over 84.62% of his games, 11 of the 13 contests where this prop was tracked. Recent performance has been also strong, over in 80% of his last 5 games, averaging 34 points, rebounds, and assists during that stretch. Over the last 10 games, he's maintained an 80% hit rate at 37 points, rebounds, and assists. Then the home court advantage, it says when playing at home this season, Reeves has been unstoppable, hitting the over in 100% of his 5 home games, averaging 41.2 points, rebounds, and assists. Tonight's game is a home contest for the Lakers. Then you got matchup narrative, defense versus position. The Clippers ranked 24th in the league against combo guards. Reeves' position for this combined prop category. This indicates a significant defensive weakness that Reeves is perfectly positioned to exploit. So I'm not going to keep reading, but that's the player prop for that game. Also, same game, Kawhi Leonard over his 19.5 points. So actually, I kind of like both of these. It says Kawhi has returned to the court and immediately resumed his high-level scoring, making this line of 19.5 look significantly undervalued. So recent scoring surge, Leonard has been consistently hitting the over on this line, averaging 25.8 over his last 5 games, 23.5 over his last 10. He's cleared this line in 80% of his last 5 and 80% of his last 5 and 10 contests. Let's see what it says about the defense. So Lakers ranked 27th in the league against wings for points allowed. This is one of the most favorable matchups Leonard could ask for, suggesting he should perform significantly better than his average. So then you got injury context. So it says Leonard recently returned from a 10-game absence, which was noted in the news. However, the prop data shows that he has quickly ramped up his scoring volume and efficiently since returning, indicating he's back to full strength and ready to carry the offensive load for the struggling Clippers. Then you got the rivalry game, blah, 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 all those good things. But those are the two looks for JaXon today. Likes Austin Reeves over his points, rebounds, and assists at 31.5, and Kawhi Leonard over his 19.5. I kind of like both of those, honestly. Y'all let me know what y'all think about those in the comment section. Let's jump into the 3 matchups for the board on the board for today. So first up, we got the Hawks. They will be in DC tonight, playing against the god-awful Washington Wizards. Wizards are getting 10. Last night I wrote down 9.5. This was at 9.5. It's up to 11 on a couple books already. 10.5 on a couple books. Total hasn't really moved a lot. 236.5 is consensus, and that's what it was last night as well. So 236 to 36.5. So we look at, first thing I always do is I go and I look at Moneyballer. Well, first we look at the injury report. Let me see if I remember how to do this thing here. All right, so Luke Kennard is listed as questionable, no Trae Young for Atlanta. And then on the Washington Wizards side, Keyshawn George is listed as questionable. And if we know how big that is, right? If Keyshawn George is not going to play, that's going to significantly hurt them. He is listed as questionable with an illness. He's played every game so far since November 7th due to an illness. So we'll see what happens with Keyshawn George. He's vital. 21-year-old, that's super vital for this team, in my opinion. Marvin Bagley is listed as questionable, and Trey Johnson is listed as out. So the Atlanta Hawks, we start with the Hawks. Not necessarily the most favorable spot, but you are playing against the Wizards. This is 3rd and 4, 4th and 6 for Atlanta. They were off last night. They got back-to-back wins against the Pelicans and against the Charlotte Hornets. So I would probably say this is the easiest 3-game stretch that any team could face. Like, think about it for a second. Like, you just played against Charlotte, and then you played against New Orleans. So I don't want to give them too much credit for that. I feel like they've had a super easy schedule. Tonight should be another easy schedule win. Remember, Washington Wizards only got 1 win on the season. And talking about the Wizards, this is one of the only teams in the NBA that not only has not won a game at home, they've not even covered a game at home. They're 0-6 against the spread at home, just 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 games. And it's their first game back home after a 4-game road trip. They played 5 of their last 7 games on the road. So can Atlanta come in here and mop them up? I think so. Can they do it with their defense? I think so. I look at this Washington Wizards offense. I don't expect a lot from them. I like the Wizards team total under 113.5 if I'm going to play, but I do want to see what happens with Keyshawn George first. The other thing I was considering in this game before I go through the comments real quick, I want to just pull this up and show you guys what I was looking at. And this is hypothetical because I want to see what happens with Keyshawn George, but I actually like CJ McCollum in this game. I just said I like the under for the full game. I like CJ McCollum under his points and assists as well. I told you guys I was going to try to do a few more props, and this is one that kind of stood out to me. So I'll show you guys. I'll walk you through what I was looking at. So CJ McCollum is here. This is just on his under 3.5 assists. You can see that he has stayed under in 7 of his last 10 games, and he gets a pretty tough matchup tonight. Atlanta is they give up the 11 fewest assists. You can see that right there. But if you combine his points plus assists together, you can see that he's also struggled, only over in 4 of his 10, right? So if we flip this from over 21.5 to, let's see, under 21.5, which we see right here. So now you see, the green turn red and the red turn green. So he's under in 6 of his 10 games. And it's not necessarily the best matchup for CJ in this spot. Again, you can see the Atlanta Hawks defense, we know is better without Trae Young. Their top 10 defense as far as points allowed. Against the point guard position, 17th, 19th. So not too shabby there. I mean, not too great there, but not too bad either. And then what else was it? It was the way CJ scores his points. So CJ gets a lot of his points off of pick and roll ball handlers. Atlanta's top 10 in defense against the pick and roll ball handler, and he gets a big percentage of his points via spot up, about 17%. Atlanta's also top 10 in spot up defense as well. So 21.5 for CJ McCollum points and assists under. Like I said, I'm gonna wait for Keyshawn George to get ruled in. If he gets ruled out, I don't like it as much. But if he plays, I think CJ goes under. So those are my two looks in this game. Washington team total under 113.5. I think they could struggle to get there. A lot of my reasoning on that is just because Washington's offense has been so terrible, which I feel like I don't really need to give you guys the numbers. But if you're new to sports betting, maybe you don't understand. The Washington Wizards have the third worst offense in the NBA. They have a 108 offensive rating as far as points scored per 100 possessions. And they get a lot of their points in transition. They are fifth in frequency. Atlanta's a top 10 defense as far as transition frequency. The defense gets better without Trae Young. They're 13th in defense overall. And Washington also shoots a lot of threes. Atlanta, surprisingly, is actually a top 10 defense in opponent above the break three and opponent corner three so far this season. So I think even though it's 4 for 6 nights, typically not a great defensive, you don't get the best defensive effort. I think the Washington Wizards can struggle to get to this number tonight. So that's why I like the team total under. But like I said, I'm going to wait on Keyshawn George because he means a lot. He does mean a lot. I didn't pull up the numbers and share them with you guys, but he does mean a lot to this team, in my opinion, just because the Wizards do suck. They need everybody out there. All right, let's see what you guys are thinking here. What up, Rick? Appreciate you for tapping in. Where else was I at? Peter, good morning. Legacy says, what's good, Chris? I've been able to catch the show as much as I would like to, but I'm here today. Let's catch. Absolutely, bro. Appreciate you for tapping in. What up, Dom? He says, what it do, Chris in chat? Hope you enjoyed the mental reset. Yeah, it was great, man. It was great. I got back and I was like, damn, I spend this much time looking at basketball games, like trying to handicap the game. I was like, man, this is crazy. I had never taken that long off in any kind of season. It almost made me feel like, like when you're younger, you're playing jump rope and you got to jump in. I'm like, oh, I'm hesitant. Whoa, I'm supposed to get back in right now. Like it was kind of crazy. It's definitely kind of crazy. Let's see. Anthony says, Chris, if you have the time, could you look up Austin Reeves points, rebounds, assists average when Luka's in the lineup? Thank you. Yeah, I'll look into that, Anthony. I'm gonna actually start this when we get to that game. It's only 3 games. What's up, G421? Appreciate you for tapping in. DJ says, I really like Jalen Johnson points, rebounds, and assists tonight. I expect the Hawks to win by 10.5, and it'll have to be due to JJ since they're on the road. Starters should play more minutes. I could see that. I could definitely see that. I didn't even see what it was, but I mean, he could do whatever he wanted to against this Wizards team. As long as they don't lay down, like they don't, I don't think they will lay down for the Wizards, but also as long as they don't, just come in here playing with their food, I think it's a good spot. Legacy says Hawks first quarter might be in the works, Chris. Yeah. Well, you know what? I feel like Washington's better early in games and then they fade late. I've been seeing Washington. They've been actually covering some numbers this season early in games. And then they just, I mean, like all bad teams, they just can't, hold on for the full game most of the time. Real quick, if we just look at the Wizards this season, they're -4 in the first quarter, -5 in the second quarter. Third quarter, they're actually even. And then fourth quarter, they're -8. So they get worse as the game goes on, but they're not great either way. Let's just look at their home numbers real quick. So at home, they're actually a -2 in the first quarter. Well, actually a -1.7 in the first quarter. I think that's 1.7. Yeah, -2.3 in the first quarter, a -4 in the first quarter, a -2 in the third quarter, and a -12 in the fourth quarter. Yeah, the Wizards, I'm pretty sure they've had like some competitive games at halftime, and then they just can't score in the fourth quarter. They average 21.5 points per game in the per quarter in the fourth quarter specifically, and give up 33 in the fourth quarter. That's the definition of a young team not being able to, have a leader, not being able to have a closer, and then you can't guard anybody. Giving up 33 in the fourth quarter is crazy. That's absolutely insane. What up? Ayo, D says Detroit basketball, my dog. What's up, Tariq? Appreciate you for tapping in. What else should I say in here? Book still sleeping on the Hawks defense. Wizards team total under, most appealing spot in the game. You just worry that they, kind of let up off the gas. But I tell you, if Keyshawn George don't play, I'm probably gonna put a little bit on that. All right, let's move over to the next game. I like CJ McCollum under. I'm gonna wait until see if Keyshawn George gets ruled in. If Keyshawn George gets ruled in, I'll be on CJ under. It's 21.5 points and assists, and I like the Wizards team total under. If Keyshawn gets ruled out, I'm definitely gonna be looking at that a little bit deeper as well. So all right, so let's move to the next game. Magic in the 76ers line. I saw this at two different books yesterday, 2 different lines. I think Vandal had a -1 for Philly, and then DraftKings had Orlando -1 or one or the other. But now it's flipped to, Orlando laying 2 at most books, is 1.5 on a couple books. Total hasn't really moved. 229 is what I wrote down in my notes, and now it's down to 228. 228.5 out there as well. So we start with the injury report, and this is the only thing that made it unplayable for me last night. Orlando will be without Paolo, be without Mo, who hasn't come back yet. And then on the Philly side of things, Maxi's probable, Paul George is probable, Embiid is questionable, and they're still going to be without Edgecombe. They're going to be without Bonner, no Kelly Oubre, of course. And if I knew who was going to play in the game, I think that I would have played the game. But I want to see what happens with Embiid in this game, because it's going to adjust some things, in my opinion. First off, as far as the side goes, I do feel like Orlando is the right side. So Orlando's coming off, they're coming off a loss, right? They just lost to Boston, I think, a couple nights ago. Let me just go look at my, coming off a loss. Just lost to Boston. Got smoked by Boston as well. And they were playing really good before that game. That was on Sunday, I think. Ended up giving up 138 points. And we had seen them, start to play some pretty good defense. Had won 3 games in a row before, losing to the Rockets and covering that game. And then they go in the Boston and absolutely get the doors blown off of them. So Orlando's still very, wishy-washy team as far as whether they're going to play offense or defense. I kind of feel like we'll see offense in this game. They do have in-season revenge as well. They lost, 136 to 124. I remember being on Orlando in that game. I don't know if y'all remember that. I was on Orlando in that game. They literally just could not get a stop. But VJ went crazy in that game. Tyrese Maxey, I think, had 40 plus in that game. And Philly won outright as a 6.5-point dog, beat them 136 to 124. Game flew over the 227.5 total. So you got double-digit in-season revenge for the Magic in this spot. They will be shorthanded. I like to play the Magic at home a little bit more than on the road. As you can see in that last game, they got smoked. But I think that they can bounce back and win this game. Here's the thing, though. I was reading this morning. Philly actually has not lost back-to-back games in a very long time. They've alternated wins and losses in their most recent 9 games. They haven't lost 2 games in a row since early November. And they haven't won 2 games in a row since a 4-game win streak to start the season. So theoretically, this should be a spot where Philly wins, because they just lost their most recent game to Toronto, right? Was it Toronto? Who did they lose to? Philly just lost to Miami. I'm sorry. They lost to Miami on Sunday. So you potentially get Embiid back. We got to see what happens there. Either way the game goes, I kind of feel like we see points. I think the total is too low. Orlando is playing 3rd and 4th, 4th and 6. I kind of feel like they should bounce back and win this game. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. 5 straight overs for them. Philly also, I feel like I've been playing in some overs as well. Philly's actually played in back-to-back overs against the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat. Both of these teams off until the 28th, which is when they got some time off. They don't play again until Friday. So yeah, I kind of think we see points in this game, man. What do you guys think? I kind of think we see points. I kind of think Orlando is the right side. Don't really want to trust Orlando on the road. Kind of want to wait to see what happens with Embiid. Didn't really look into too many player props in this game. Those are my thoughts on this one. Let's see. B-Hop says he likes Magic. Here, I do too. I kind of do, man. What up? My guy Malik says, give me Orlando if Suggs is in. Suggs is supposed to play today. I don't even see him on the injury report. I know he set out that last game, didn't he? But he's supposed to be back today. I feel like Philly's missing a lot, man. When you start subtracting Bonner and Edgecombe and Oubre, it's not a good defensive team. As we saw, Miami was able to come in there and absolutely light them up the other day. So I think that could happen again. Miami offense is better than Orlando's, though. But yeah, Orlando's playing really good defense as well. Tristan DeSilva is somebody to watch as well. Like, I don't know what his props are set at, but I feel like without Franz, he's been playing really, really well this season. So Tristan DeSilva would be somebody I need to actually write his name down, because I've been watching him play. And I feel like I think I was targeting him whatever day I did the last show, and I didn't end up playing it. He went over, and I told myself I need to write his name down. Tristan De Silva. He's going to play. He's going to get a lot of shot opportunities too. Franz and Desmond Bain will probably draw a lot of the attention. So Tristan De Silva is somebody to watch for sure. Probably his points. I think they were listed at like 9.5, 10.5 last game. Probably about where they should be, but I think he gonna have some opportunities tonight. What up, Jay? Appreciate you for tapping in. What else should I say? What up, Frankie? Appreciate you for tapping in. Yeah, we live. We are live. For real, says 76ers under 228. New chemistry with Joel, I think is what that means. De Silva has not done well the last 2 games. Nice little bounce back spot for him there, Adam. I like it. I like it even better when players that I like haven't been playing well. Those are the buy low opportunities that you got to be willing to, those are the risks you got to be willing to take. All right, cool. Let's move over to the last game. So last game, Clippers and my Lakers in LA. Lakers are the home team though. This line open 5.5. I saw last night. I still see 5.5. I see 6.5 on ESPN Bet right now, and I see 5 on Superbook. So line kind of all over the place. You can get what you want. Total wise, I wrote down 228.5 last night. It is up to 229 on a couple books. I see 229.5 on a couple books as well. I do agree with that, man. I think we'll see points in this game. We start with the injury report. The Clippers have Bojan Bogdanovic listed as questionable. Of course, no Derrick Jones Jr. and no Jordan Miller as well. And then on the Lakers side of things, DeAndre Ayton got hurt. I was watching the Lakers and the Jazz play the other night. Lakers just playing around with their food, and Lauri Markkanen got hot, hit a couple threes in the last couple seconds. They pushed that, all the way down to, a 2-point game. The Lakers ended up barely escaping, winning that game by 2. Never want to lay that many points with the Lakers on the road, but now you got the Clippers coming back home. It's a terrible spot for the Clippers. First game back home after a 6-game East Coast road trip. They did get smoked on that road trip. They only won 2 of the 6 games. End up getting doors blown off of them by Cleveland in that last one. And now they come back home, probably a little motivated. Can you trust them in this spot? The Lakers, have been on the West Coast. Lakers have been playing well as well. 7-3 against the spread. The Lakers are in their last 10, 4-2 against the spread at home. 4 straight wins for the Lakers. Bron, third game back? I do think this line should be about 5.5. Now, can the Lakers win this game and absolutely smoke the Clippers? I do think that, it's a little bit of a letdown spot it could be a little bit of a letdown spot for the Clippers, but I know they didn't play well on the road trip. And last time I tried to fade this Clippers team, it was when James Harden was playing, what was it, second leg of back-to-back, 3rd and 4, 4th and 6, and they were playing against it might not have been 4th and 6, but it was at least 3rd and 4. They were playing against Boston, and James Harden just hit 3 after 3 after 3, and in the last minute, and they end up losing the game but covering the spread. So now you get Kawhi back. I think this is more of a game like for player props. I do know that Luka hates the Clippers. We know that. The Lakers not having, DeAndre Ayton, I think, has to be, taken into consideration. It feels like Zubac should be able to dominate the boards. And the Clippers, for I got some Laker fans that watch the show for sure. But the Clippers, for whatever reason, they had the other thing I was thinking about when I was thinking about this game last night. The Clippers have actually dominated us. Like, they've really owned us for a long, long time. I don't know if people remember that. They had won like 8-9 games in a row against the Lakers. And Tyloo comes in, and all of a sudden the Lakers actually, not Tyloo, JJ Redick comes in, and the Lakers actually been playing some really good basketball against the Clippers. The Lakers have actually won 3 in a row against the Clippers. They've covered all 3 spreads. They've covered 4 of the last 5 spreads. So, with Tyloo versus JJ Redick, it's been JJ Redick that's been getting the upper hand. These games have also gone under. It looks like totals are 3-0 to the under in the last 3, 4-1 to the under in the last 4. I'm sorry, last 5. So I don't necessarily want to bet under. I feel like the Clippers have not been playing well defensively. I think they'll get up for this game. It's just not a great spot for the Clippers all around. I don't really want to lay points with the Lakers though. I don't know, man. Lakers just always scare me. Not a great defensive team either. So that scares me a little bit. They are better defensively than the Clippers are though. So maybe a Lakers team total over. Maybe the Lakers should be able to score the basketball. I feel like this game will be played pretty slow. That's scary as well. Let me just look at some pace numbers real quick. I like the player prop looks, I think, a little bit more than anything else in this game. I think the Austin Reeves look is good. I think LeBron boards may be good without LeBron or Luka boards may be good without Ayton being there. Somebody's going to have to rebound the basketball a little bit more outside of Jackson Hayes. And I just want to check pace numbers real quick. And also Kawhi's like now thrown into the mix as well. So Clippers are 3rd in pace. Lakers are 7th in pace. And the total's going up. Lakers 10-6 to the over. 2-0 to the over is a home favorite. Clippers 10-7 to the over. 3-3 to the over if they are a road dog. I think Lakers team total over if I had to play it. I think that's the way I'd be betting it. Lakers team total is 116. Well, 117.5. It looks like it's consensus. You can get a couple 116.5s though. I think that's the way I would play it. Just fade the Clippers defense, thinking that it's going to be a fast-paced game. Really don't want to trust the Lakers defense, even though they can be good defensively sometimes. Yeah, I just like the player prop looks. I think Kawhi will be able to score. I think he'll be able to get downhill and attack. I like the Kawhi look. I like the Austin Reeves look as well. So I think those are the ways that I would be playing this one. Let's see what you guys are thinking real quick, and we'll do a quick recap and get out of here. I want to see what happens with Joel Embiid in that other game. Oh man, some really tough games today. I think. Let's see what you guys are thinking here. Yeah, I think so too. He could shoot, man. He could really shoot. If he gets hot, he could clear this points prop in the first half. G421. I agree with that. And I don't really trust the 76ers defense right now. It's not great. It's not great at all. Peter said Desmond Bane over 20.5 points, been playing much better. He has been playing good. Tyler says Fear the Beard, Harden 8, 9, and 10 assists. Unit size accordingly. 3 games this season with Kawhi versus teams 20th or worse in assists allowed. He has 10 plus in all 3, averaging 17 potential. Follow spot with 5 straight unders. I like that handicap, Taylor. I like that a lot. Okay. Tariq says, I think all 3 games can go over. Dom says he liked the Lakers team total over. Yav says Clippers can cover here. LeBron ain't playing no defense. He just cherry picking on offense. I saw that. Cherry picking on offense, going in there getting dunks, man. I think he's trying to catch his win too. LeBron like 120 years old, man. Like, eventually, the wheel's going to start to fall off a little bit. Adam says, how has Harden done historically versus the Lake Show? We can look that up real quick, Adam. Actually, I got a couple minutes. Let's see. And I had another comment too. Somebody asked how somebody had done. So let's go to Outlier. There's a link in the description if you guys want to check Outlier out. You can get a free trial if you guys are interested. So how has Harden done historically versus the Lakers? So Harden versus the Lakers. You just come here, type in Harden. Boom. Click on his name, go to his points. He's actually scoring the ball pretty well this season. You click this little 3 little drop things right here. Oh, my fault. No, you don't. You go head to head right here. This is Harden's last 4 games against the Lakers. His points, 21, 7, 18, and 13. So is this JJ Redick, making it a point to make Harden not, a scorer? We come down here, the minutes are high. He's still playing, 37 minutes. You can see that right here. Only shooting 27% from the field. He is shooting the ball a lot. You can see that. 30 pretty much 30 minutes in every game, 27%. So the Lakers have done a really good job, guarding him. As far as threes go, 22% from the 3-point line, which is not good. And he's only getting to the free throw line 4 times per game over the last 4. So Harden under is 24.5 points. Now if we do the same thing and look at his assists, this is going over every time. So to what Taylor was just saying in the chat, Harden over his 7.5 assists might be the look. Over in 4 straight games against the Lakers specifically. You can see the potentials are there. This is all last season, of course. I mean, these is all head to head, but if we look at this season, He's still over, averaging 8.83, which is over the 7.5 number. 9 of his last 16. If we go here, we look at games played with Kawhi. Let's go down here, find Kawhi. So this season, games played with Kawhi, averaging 8.5, over in 2 of his last 3. This Cleveland game, pretty sure his minutes were, he didn't play as many minutes, just 31 because they got blown out, lost by 15 in this game. So yeah, the James Harden assist look, I think, is good. I wouldn't really trust him too much on his points. And then that other comment was what did I star? Chris, if you could see, if you have time, you could look up Austin Reeves points, rebounds, and assists average when Luka is in the lineup. So Austin Reeves points, rebounds, and assists with Luka in the lineup. All right, so let's look at that, and then I'm gonna get out of here. So Reeves points, rebounds, and assists with Luka in the lineup. All right. Games played with Luka the Don. Boom. Yeah, this is good money. And this is what JaXon was talking about, right? At the beginning of the show. So he's over in 4 straight games. You can see that here. This season, over in 8 of his 10 games, averaging 36. It's a super buy low spot for Austin Reeves in this spot. And I think it's gonna be points, man. I think the Clippers, I don't know if the Clippers gonna be able to score. Their offense scares me, but with Kawhi being back, you would think that it would get better. So 9.3 potential assists, you can see that here. 9.1 potential rebounds, you can see that here. 35.5 minutes. He's getting a full workload. 48% from the field, which is pretty good. I mean, actually really good for a guard. Only 27% from the 3-point line. That could actually increase. And he's getting to the free throw line, looks like a little over 8 times per game, shooting 85% from the free throw line. So, yeah, I mean, these are all things that you want to see. 1 offensive rebound per game, and right at 1 offensive rebound per game, and right at 5 defensive rebounds per game, averaging 5.5. So, yeah, Austin Reeves has been really good with Luka in the lineup so far. Let's see. With Luka and LeBron. So this goes back to last season. So far, just twice this season. These games are last season. All of these 8 games are last season, of course. And this is the playoffs where things get a lot harder, especially against Minnesota. But so far this season, 32 and 36 in the first 2 games. I mean, granted, both of them were against the Utah Jazz, and they are one of the worst defensive teams. But, take it for what it's worth. Take it for what it's worth, man. Y'all check out Outlier. Like I said, link is in the description. You can do all of what I'm doing right now and more. Do all of what I'm doing right now and more. All right, let's get back to the quick recap. I actually like this James Harden look a lot, but I like the Kawhi over his points look a lot as well. And I'll look at that. I'll look at that offline. But yeah, I like that look a lot. Let's see. Go back to the comments real quick, and then we're gonna get out of here. Let's see. G421 says Lakers minus 5.5. Kawhi 25 points is plus 230 on FanDuel in his pocket. Anthony says, I wonder if he's on a minutes restriction. Probably not, right? That just says Lakers will be putting Zubac in the pick and roll and will drag him out onto the perimeter. I like Harden or Kawhi rebounds. I can see that. What up, 30 minutes? Lo-Fi says, not tuned in a while, man. Glad to see you still doing your thing. Keep it up, bro. Appreciate that for sure. What's up, Greg? Appreciate you for tapping in as well. Clippers been getting smoked defensively on the road trip. That's a fact. I agree with that. You're welcome, my brother. You're welcome, man. Appreciate you, Jet Life. Appreciate you, man. Feels good to be back, man. Feels like home. Man. All right, so quick recap. There are no other games. Quick recap. I didn't bet anything. I'm waiting on the CJ. I'm waiting on the George news for the Washington. But I like the Wizards, to struggle to score. I like CJ under his points and assists if Keyshawn George is ruled in. And then Orlando, I think that they can win the game. I'm waiting on the Embiid news, of course. I think that game can go over the total as well. And then I like the Lakers team total over 116.5, but I'm not sure. I'll wait. Make sure we don't get any funny business with the injury report for that game. It's only 3 games today. And then tomorrow we'll be back for, I think tomorrow's cup play, right? It's like 10 games tomorrow and then no games on on Thursday. So we'll be back in the morning, man. I do appreciate you all for tapping in. If you if you enjoyed the show, man, do me a favor, hit the like button for me on the way out. Check the resources out, all linked in the description. Gave you guys 2 looks from JaXon today. Outlier, Money Baller, Odds Jam for your sportsbook screen page. And there's a link in the description as well if you guys are interested or need, a new sportsbook. You can check that link out. There's a link to NoVig down there, which is absolutely, one of the best up and coming sports books. I guess you can call it a sports book, but you get to know, NoVig. So check those links out in the description, man. They're always useful and helpful. And I do appreciate you guys, especially the people that stick around. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Enjoy your Tuesday. I'm out.